Hello people, this is Power here with a review of the Ultraman R, the DX Makoto Crystal. Um, this is the crystal that initially debuted on the final episode of R. I'm not gonna get into the logistics of it because that's technically spoilers. But mostly, this is used in the movie to form Ultraman Groob, who is it's technically an evolution of Rube, but not really. Um, because because it's still a fusion of Rosso and Blue, it's also a fusion between Ultrawoman Grugio. Um, I think it's pretty obvious who it is, but I'm I'm for some reason not going to say who it is because spoilers. Um, here's Groob doing the Groob Groobium Groob Vortec Buster. I'm still saying Vortec, not Vortex. It's just Vortec is more easier. DX Makoto Crystal. Everything that essentially it could do. And yeah. So this got released in like late December, which is rare for movie toys. Because of the fact this got used in the show, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. But it's just that I didn't get it till now. So let's cover it. So here's the Makoto Crystal, and I think like what I said in my Kiwami Crystal review, sadly, I just prefer this a lot better. It's just aesthetically more pleasing to me. I like the navy blue. I like the silver paint in the front. I like the 3 color timers to represent each of the family members, and I like that the kanji of Makoto is like molded on the front and such. I just really like it overall. Because like comparing it to the Kiwami Crystal, it's just like the Kiwami Crystal was cool and all. Like I like the sounds of it. I like the front because I like how it's just like so obviously it's just a bigger crystal. So then it's like, this just looks a lot more pleasing because, like, I think I've said it before, like, while I don't mind translucent plastic and such, it's just on this toy, it just kind of makes it feel a lot, really cluttered, that you can't really make out any of the details on it and such, while with this toy, it's just like, all that is fixed, and it's like, oh wow, I can actually see all this. Speaking of which, this one is B05064. Um, why can't I not read this now? Yeah, I can read it more on here than here for some reason, but yeah, this is B064. It's the same pin system as the Kiwami Crystal, but it's just like, as you can see, it just kind of looks a bit more better. And it's like, I'm actually able to make out all the things that are on the back, which is still pretty messy, but anyways, here's the button. You can obviously press it, and like, again, like, I think this is more cooler than this. Well, like, this is one that, like, I like the crystal when it's opened. It's just still really plain and such. But this one is just a lot more, like, I don't know, it's just a lot more cooler to me. And this is going to be the inside. As you can see, there's Groob, or it's romanized as Groove, but I'm going to stick with Groob because I don't know why you would drop a B. So, and yes, you can take these off and switch them out. All they really did is that they thickened these out and made this a bit thinner, because obviously these were thinner and this was thick and such. But and the thing too is that, like, it's just more like smooth. It's more smoother to like put these down and then these, and like obviously the flick. It's like, yeah, it's fluent and such, but you can tell there's like some like traction. But this one is just more fluent, and it clicks in more easily. it's like a lot more fun. Like, yeah, like Zarikin said for some reason, like, or Zarikin said that like it feels like you're gonna break it, but honestly, this is just more like fluent and such. So I'm sorry. Anyways, the pull tab back here, you just see the lights. I guess that's kind of the only negative about that. It's like you can't really see the screen, but oh well, it's not. It doesn't really bother me. So that's the activation. As you can see, yellow LED. So that you got the select crystal. And then that's green for some reason. I don't know why, but honestly, I like the fact that like all the siblings are like saying that the things and such. So yeah, let's get the roof gyro. Here's the roof gyro. We're gonna keep it all this size because of the fact of this thing extending. So obviously the activation is just down here. So then obviously just slot it in. Then do the pulls. And there you have the transformation for Ultraman Groob, which I really like. At first I still kind of prefer this one, but honestly, his battle theme is pretty cool. And as you can see here, here's the Makoto Crystal on the Rube Gyro, and it's pretty cool. I kind of prefer this like color contrast than like this, just because like yes, these are the exact same colors and all, but it just I think it blends in too much. This just looks pretty cool. So obviously, we can do the finisher. We can do that was kind of weird. It just started losing focus. Obviously, just like this one, you can pull it one more time for a quotation. And honestly, I don't know. I like the phrase here more than like this one because like I don't know, the way they did it in this show was pretty awkward. I was like, okay, you purposely did that because the toy does it. But here, obviously, because it's a movie, it sounds more like dynamic. Not dynamic, but it just I don't know the word, but it's just more meaningful and such. But and also it's just really nice to hear Asahi in this. So let's get the group recording because obviously this thing was used in the last episode, so unlike this thing can actually be used closed. So let's switch this first. Perfectionism. So just hold the button down here. So you get that phrase, and then obviously just slot it in. Press the back button. So here you get the Shin Vortec Buster, which is pretty cool. I don't remember if I actually did show off just pushing the button. It's the same thing. But This is not used in the show. I don't know if it's used in the movie because I only looked at the final battle of the Chinese dub or the Mandarin dub. I didn't like actually pay attention if they did this one. What the heck? Why is the Ryuki Ride Watch here? So there you get the Shin Korean shot. I find it weird that it's actually difficult to put this toy in and then take it out. It's kind of weird. Obviously, to do the movie stuff, obviously, just like with this toy, just hold it down. I don't even remember how I hold it. So there you get the Group Vortec Buster, and just looking at this overall on the Makoto, or the Group Korean, again, it's pretty cool. It still fits with the aesthetic, while it's not translucent. Like, it fits in with the blades here, and it just complements really well. Like, yeah, you're not gonna have, like, the colors, like, crossing and such, but, oh well. See, like, here, it's actually kind of difficult. I find it kind of funny that it's just off-centered. I don't know if that's purposely like that, but obviously if you actually want to switch back to the Shin sounds, just press it here. So like that, because it actually so the toy is defaulted to Shin, but then if you switch it, it will, I don't know if that actually worked. Yeah. But then if you, like, I think if you hold this down, obviously, and then if you close it and such, obviously it's group, and then if you hold this, it's Shin. And then group by itself. I like the end part, and I like the fact that both sounds are, while they're the same, they end differently. So I appreciate that. So overall, what I think about the Makoto Crystal is that I think it's a huge improvement off of the Kiwami Crystal, just because of the fact that, like, I just think aesthetically it looks a lot better, and I can't get this to, like, stay in place, so then I have to, like, do that. Okay. But yeah, I think from the start I just kind of ended up liking this one a lot more, just aesthetically. Um, and also, it's just pretty nice to have, like, again, a movie item that's literally just this thing again. Because normally, like, we would get, like, new weapons and such, but this time they're, like, they went the Rider route and just, like, have a new gimmick, or bigger version of the gimmick and such. And, like, again, this one just does a lot more, even if it's very little. Like, it just has a lot more functionality than the Makoto Crystal, or the Kiwan Crystal, just because of the fact that you technically have two, like, versions of the attacks, because obviously you get the Shin, and then you get the Groob, and such, and, you know, it's just pretty cool. Um, and as a way to, like, close off the Groob toy line, yeah, I think it's pretty nice closure. I already got started diving into this with the Rube Crystal Set 6, but yeah, I think the Rube toy line overall was pretty decent. It's just that it's just not as fun as the fusion gimmicks, even though I only have Orb. But I don't know, it's just like I think they tried to do the same thing they did with Jeed with less functionality, and I just don't think that really works because then obviously what ended up happening is that most of the Ultraman they tried to like release were just generic, so like, you know, it's not going to make people want to buy them and such. But overall, like, I guess going back to this toy, it's just again pretty neat. And then like the toy line, I think overall was decent. It's just that the main toy, the Rube Gyro, was just kind of really lackluster. And then with the Rube Slugger, they didn't really bother making it have a reader because they were trying to make it like the King Sword. But the King Sword was actually able to do more than the Rube Gyro or the Rube Slugger. But yeah, that's basically it for this. Might be the last Rube review. I kind of have like I kind of want to do. I at least need to get two more things because obviously I still need Shokugan Set 2. Then I feel like that might be the last one, but then other than that, it'll just come whenever it wants to. So I'm starting. My voice is starting to hurt my throat. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.